Fourth quarter brought to you by Lacrosse.com. Go check out Lacrosse.com if you need any apparel or equipment. And, of course, ThunderBay1636.com, amazing organization. Booker Corrigan, Dave Muir calling the fourth quarter for you here. Gilman leads 6-5, and they win the faceoff. That doesn't mean much. A lot of possession changes today.
Absolutely. However, ground ball numbers today, Booker,
Yeah,
not close. Yeah, game is 6-5, but ground ball numbers are not close. And that's something that I'm sure Coach Clawford will mention a time or two during film this week. Maybe.
Yeah, as any coach would. Chase Whittick now backing up, right-hand dodge. Andrew Gemma, number 11, gets it over to McBride. McBride scored the last goal for the Greyhounds. Here's Gemma feeling it. AC Newton gobbling it. And now we're going to get a loose ball push against the Dons. 11:05 to go in the fourth. Booker Corrigan and Dave Muir bringing you the call.
You know, Book, again, slightly late call. I may be correct, but how about today?
Yeah.
How about today? It's Friday afternoon. How about earlier than a... Just a thought.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely.
But again, not a biased view of any sort. Just a late, late one.
Matthews coming around lefty, shot off the crossbar. Gemma comes up with the rebound. They try to jam it into Will McBride. One more ground ball for the Greyhounds.
One more ground ball. It's just on and on and on. And this.
That's outside.
Can I tell you? Will McBride, strong kid, just kind of moves people as he challenges. Older brother Greg faster, but not as strong as this kid, as I can see.
They got some powerhouses down there.
Gosh.
Chase Whittick is no small pumpkin. Obviously, Tyler Rule's a big boy.
I mean, these guys are fire hydrants that can run. Makes a difference.
Here is Conrad. Conrad, of course, a junior, headed to Virginia, has a point in 963 consecutive games here for Loyola. Gets my man Smitty shot, and a tidy little save with no rebound that time by Schmerler.
Nice save by Schmerler after a good laser by Smitty. Book real quick here while we have a little break in the action. What's with the Maryland weather? Can we get on Bob?
I know.
Come, Bob, what's going on?
Yeah, let's get some warmth.
I mean, can we ever see the sun again? What is it?
I
feel like I live in Seattle.
Oh, AC Newton again coming up with it.
It's in his shirt. It's in his shirt. It counts.
But I'll tell you what, I was down in Chapel Hill. Ooh la la, as my friend Mick Jagger likes to say.
Okay, okay. I gotta tell you, I wouldn't know it if I saw it. It's only been 5 months since we've seen it. Okay.
Jack Lombardo getting trailed. Now he draws checks and he gets it over to Conrad. Conrad dumps it down low. What a play and a shot. Goal. High hit. Unbelievable. Alex Rosner. Jump back. Kiss myself. So pretty.
Beautiful finish by A-Roz. I'll tell you what, Dr. Roz, he's known as Doctor around these parts. We're not exactly sure the source of that nickname, and maybe I shouldn't ask.
Doc Schneider.
But Doc Rosner.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
So, great finish. Took one in the chin as well.
He did. He definitely got clocked, got the shot off.
And he kind of knew as he let it go, I'm going south, but didn't quit on it.
Now, because the shot was, he was getting hit as he shot, it was not a dead ball foul. So we're still going to face off.
Okay.
If I understand things correctly.
Okay.
And Loyola even up. No, here comes Anderson. I don't know if they still have a guy in the box or not. I'm trying to figure this out.
Assisted by number 15, Ryan Conrad.
Conrad picking up his 937th career point.
Gilman penalty on the play. Slush to the head. It is a full-time serving 1-minute penalty.
Conrad taking the draw. Nice little pickup by Barger on the ground ball. Jack Halpert, excuse me.
Yeah, Jack is playing a solid game today. Throw it away.
Errant pass pass, and Loyola comes away with possession. Loyola number 9, Stephen Bull. Is this now when I start quoting White Goodman taking the bull by the horns?
Something.
It's
like
how I handle my business.
You
but
can
that
go
really
to that.
happened. Yeah, but that really happened.
You can go there. Absolutely.
Hey, now we had a man up for the Don Diegos, and they are tied 6-6. Conrad almost literally threw the ball to a guy on the bench right there. I'd like to ask him about that.
We'll
After
chat
the-
about
yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
See if
Post game,
he-
that question.
See how
will
close
come
he
at
was to throwing that.
Loyola needs to be patient here. EMO, you want the patience. You got time. Now you're
Inside
even.
feed shot goal. What a cut, what a feed.
What a feed by Alex
Dr.
Rosner. And a little inside skinny there. Looking that those two guys play a lot of ball together during the summer months.
Sure.
You could see they know one another where they're going to be on the field. That helps, doesn't it?
That's that
in
little
this game?
chill catch, I like to call it. A man up where you cut, snide, where you have your stick across your face.
Got it.
Little chill feed. The Thompsons pulled that off against Denver in the playoffs last year, but they do it way more chill. The guy's just kind of walking. There, Rosner's cutting.
Right.
But the Thompsons do it where they're just kind of walking and they got their stick in a passing lane.
All of a
and
sudden, the
yeah,
ball
boom,
hits the
all of a sudden
stick,
the ball
bang.
literally hits the stick. 7-6, Don Diego's.
Proverbial barn burner.
Oh, not
Did
only
we expect anything else, though, really?
not
For-
only
you know,
is
right
it a
out of the
barn
box.
burner, it's going to take the first 3 rows of corn with it.
I like that. I like it. I'll work with that. Again, Gilman with a ground ball.
Matthews behind.
Just
and Dewitt.
amazing. Loyola's ahead in this game. Look where they're being. The ground ball statistics aren't close.
But credit AC Newton with some of that.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would submit that the AC. It looks like a watermelon to AC today. No question.
He might be up for Under Armour Underclass Player of the Game. Rule muscling in, rolls back. Another crazy Ivan towards the hash mark.
Great job by Connor Moran there. Kneeling
Love
ball.
him. And it's right back to Rule against Moran. Gemma shot, Newton gobbles.
Interesting quick shot by Andrew there.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Lacrosse.com and Cuda.com. Subscribe to Cuda, 3-month subscription, only $30. I've spent more money on lunch. You can get 3 months of all the drills, practice plans, manuals, man-up plays, man-down strategies. Go to Cuda.com and just subscribe. It couldn't be easier. Smitty doing what he does best. And now they get it to Conrad coming across. 6 minutes left in the fourth.
I think it's lunch pail time, Buck. What would you say?
It is now.
I mean, it's been out most of the day, but I think they're going to fill them now. It's, I think there's going to be some doubling on the ball, etc. You know, as you tick, 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 you know, you start to see that.
This is where we separate the men from the boys, the wheat from the chaff, or the possibly.
Not that we ever use
the-
cliches, do
yeah.
we?
No, it's from dodgeball.
Got it.
Yeah. From the possibly Canadian. Conrad, just making it look easy. It is. I tell you what, he's gifted. He
No
is.
question. That is a really special dodge. A guy that
Yeah.
is going to show his wares in Charlottesville in another 2 years, and I
Yeah.
think you see why.
It's interesting because I don't know that Loyola has had a goal that he hasn't been involved directly. Assist. I'm not even talking hockey assists. I'm talking assist or scored it. Right?
It's an integral part of this today. Yes,
He's a
I
big
must
part of the
admit.
game.
Yes,
He's a big
absolutely.
part of today's game.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. Now we're looking at 8-6 with 5:24 left, so I would submit that the Greyhounds will have all hands on deck here in the next minute or so, particularly defensively.
Anderson with a huge face-off win as well. Go to lacrosse.com for your apparel needs and check out Thunder Bay 1636. And we get a timeout by Coach Crawford. Let's just remind you, FCALax.com, Cosi of Owings Mills. If you're going to a game at McDonough, Get to Cosi on the way home. It is where you can get dinner and a beautiful libation. Of course, the first quarter every week brought to you by the Baltimore Crabs and their amazing Top Prospect Camp. And now we have Tarks Tuesdays. Get to Tarks on Tuesday during the spring. Talk some lax, and your first round is on the book. Just tell Will or Miss Lindsay that the bookman's buying. Mike Alderman starting with it for the Dons. And Gilman responds with Chase Campbell up on the ball, number 24. Great defenseman. I had a chance to interview him last year. Dave Muir joining Booker Corrigan here up at Loyola.
Chase solid on ball. Lateral movements excellent. You see him.
Yep.
On the hands of any middies he's covering.
And you get a sense that Loyola is just playing for the timer on and see if Gilman then changes the way they play defense because of it. Then Maryland rode that strategy all the way to the finals before it was timer on when it was stall. And there you go, timer on at 4:26. Jones, he pulls back, and you see now Gilman seemed to have backed off a little bit.
Exactly.
And of course, as I say that, everybody presses out on Jason.
Loyola has another 20 to shoot.
Yep.
It's running. Another 10 to shoot.
Now you'll hear, there's the visual count by the trail official.
It's almost as though
calling for a ward. They do need to get a shot off now.
Okay.
And a nice pickup.
Absolutely fierce ground ball there.
Jack Halpert. And Gilman went offsides on the clear. I didn't see it either. As soon as I heard the whistle, I looked back and counted.
Well, you see now they're back. I didn't see a guy come across. I didn't see that third guy come across, but he must have.
Yep. Yeah, I saw him going back. Once he blew the whistle, I saw him going back on the defensive end. It's unfortunate. Guys get fired up. It's a high school sport.
That's a clean, fast break where it might have resulted in one in the twine. So.
Yes. Lombardo working hard to get possession.
It appears as though Loyola was just going to play keep away, as you mentioned, Book. But I got to tell you, 3 minutes left, plenty of time in this ball game. Some would say maybe a little bit too early to go to this. Just
you
a
never
thought.
know. You never.
Not that you never question the coaching staff.
Never.
Though.
No.
You never do that. I haven't met a parent in my life that ever questioned a coach. Right?
I heard that. My man Smitty touches it in, 2:42, and there's your timer on. Smitty striding hard. He's got the wheels, turns back. Now he's going to have a chance. Shot, goal. Smitty puts him up 3.
Smitty with a beautiful spin around the cage. That's a great finish, too. I got to tell you, this game, frankly, as I look at that scoreboard, you watch this game on film a day later as Brooks Matthews, and you have to say, well, how do we
AC Newton, a hot goalie, and Loyola shot the ball very well.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Loyola has capitalized on opportunities, and AC Newton, I've learned a long time ago, in sports that have goaltenders, it pays to have a good one. Oh, what a filthy check by Ryan Conrad. Now we're going to get whistle. Abe Froman doesn't like the freehand action. Abe Froman, of course, from Cook County in Chicago.
Is that where Abe went?
Well, he's the sausage king of Chicago.
Well, can I say this? He voted early and often then.
Yeah. 2:06 left in the fourth, brought to you by
that's what I've heard.
Lacrosse.com. And this is Rule. Rule has to go. The ball checked out of his stick, and they're ball up top. Chase Wittick shot just wide. 1:49 left in the fourth.
Clearly Gilman urgent here. They know they need a quick one.
And flags a flying Wittick shot. Save Newton. And I tell you, AC Newton, he's got some fire in his belly too.
Absolutely. He has been today lights out. I mean, throughout the ballgame, from the very beginning, had a few low hotties early in the game, and he brought him in. He's been tough all day.
He's definitely going to be one of the Under Armour underclass players of the game, win or lose. And now it's 9-6 with 139 left. You have to think that they have a chance at winning this game.
Right.
Gilman still has a chance at winning the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've seen that in the MIAA,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Over the years. No lead is safe.
Slashing, it's a personal foul. Gilman assisted man for up to 1 minute.
A little 1-4-1, rotate, shot draws iron. Oh, inside rebound goal, Will McBride. 9-7 with 1:22 to go, and that's going to be even up now.
As we just alluded to, Book, you know, we go back to the semifinals a couple of years ago.
Yeah, that was rough sledding. That was a tough description. But here we go back to the face-off logo. Fourth quarter brought to you by CUDA.com. Be a better coach, be a better player. Subscribe to CUDA. The 3-month subscription is only $30. Mike Muir D'ing up McBride, shot just wide. That was a huge check by Mike Muir as McBride was driving in. And that's going to be blue ball. He was in front of him. He was in front of him. And now we get a timeout on the far side. Fourth quarter brought to you by your friends at CUDA.com and Lacrosse.com. All your apparel needs, go to Lacrosse.com, and equipment. And of course, amazing coaching strategy and player improvement. Subscribe to CUDA. Go to CUDA.com and subscribe 3 months for just $30. Fourth quarter brought to you by Lacrosse.com. In the lower corner of your screen, you see the promo code 3BCS414. Use that, and you will get a discount at checkout. Gilman takes the timeout. They trail 9-7. Matthews, left-handed, rolls around, gives it back to Brown. Brown playing a two-man game on the inside. Comes out dodging just wide. And now it's Tyler Rule going against Connor Moran. Lacrosse.com. Use that promo code 3BCS414. And here is Tyler Rule. They're just making him take time, which is a great part. Oh, what a great goal. Finished by Matthews. And I'll tell you, Coach Muir, we talked about it.
Parker Sessions slipped on that play, and Jack had a tremendous finish, and we have a flag down.
And a full-time
So
serve.
what do we have?
We have
man
Chris
down Loyola.
We have Chris Anderson has to win this faceoff.
I would agree. I would concur.
Unassisted. Loyola 9, Gilman 8, Andy Matthews in the goal unassisted. Loyola penalty, a little body check to the head. It is a full-time server 1 minute penalty.
And timeout. We're getting a timeout. Brooks Matthews wants a timeout on the far side. He still has one. Lacrosse.com. Use the promo code 3BCS414.
I got to say it.
Are we rolling or off? Okay. Go ahead.
Pardon me, sir, for the name slip. Jack's the older brother. That was Andy Matthews. And I know I'm going to hear it from old Mickey. So I need to give the shout out to Andy. But I got to tell
Andy's
you,
legit.
this is, he's special. Oh, no question about that. We know that. I had an older sister that was too. So that's a long litany of a legion of Matthews who played the game, as you know.
Yeah.
And old Mickey on the sidelines running his club. My goodness, what a great man.
Brooks, the great, he won a national championship in Carolina.
Yes.
With my man Bresch down there, and Webster, Dennis Goldstein, Andy Piazza, Alex Martin. I think Ryan Wade was on that squad. Yeah,
It's going back a few years, but you're on it. You're all over.
1991.
Well, as we talked about with 1:30 left, 9-6, you're thinking, well, but you know better. This is the MIAA.
Yeah, of course.
You ought to know better. If you watch enough lacrosse in this town, these things are never over. Ever over. This is a monster face-off.
This is as big a face-off.
And we're going to Ryan Conrad. Loyola's going to Ryan Conrad to do it, looks like.
Not Anderson.
Not Anderson, which is
31.7 is an eternity.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
it's a lifetime.
Referee Frank Ricard making sure they're in the right position. Conrad scratching at it. Gilman comes away with it. Here's Brown. Brown to Whittick. Chase Whittick. 16 seconds left. Gilman now subbing their long stick off. 14 left.
You're wondering who's going to take it, Book.
Whittick looking diagonal, gets it diagonal. Matthews, sky whammy, far side. Diagonal pass knocked once, just wide. AC Newton dives, but it's going to be Gilman possession. 1.3 seconds to go. Ball goes up. Matthews shot at the horn. Newton bouncing away, and Loyola finds a way to knock off Gilman. Game one. Would you expect anything else?
Does it get any better than this?
This is
I mean, here is game one of the season. It just doesn't get any better than this. I mean,
most competitive
even
league in the country.
Peppered right at the gun, and the
Yeah.
save needed to be made, or we're going extras.
Yeah.
We're going extra innings. Wait a minute, I got the sport wrong again.
I tell you, folks, thank you so much for joining us here on CUDA. The regular season is upon us. It's mayhem, which we love. Cozy of Owings Mills. If you go to a McDonough game, middle school game, upper school game, boys game, girls game, go to Cozy for dinner. Get to Tarks every Tuesday. I'm buying your first round no matter what. You got FCA Lacrosse, Crabs Lacrosse, and of course lacrosse.com and CUDA.com. It's amazing. Get there. We got to get down and do some interviews.
Go get